Here we have Miss Veronica, okay? This is a very important section of the roundtable talk, okay? Because this is the only lady, from what I can tell, who has actually done the research on self-custody, okay? And how do I know that? Because where she started was the ethos, right? What was cryptocurrency originated for, guys? For sovereignty, to give power back to you and I, back to the people, okay? To the consumers. But mind you, guys, not everybody up here, in my opinion, my personal opinion, has your best interest, okay? So let's pay attention.
And Veronica, your firm provides self-hosted, self-custody wallets. Do you think that that's a better alternative or a solution? Should broker-dealers self-custody using their own wallets? How do you think that plays into this question about how they custody themselves through others or customers doing it on their own?
Sure, thank you. I'm Veronica McGregor. I'm the Chief Legal Officer at Exodus. We are, in fact, a self-custody or unhosted wallet retail, like for consumers. And I think it's sort of paradoxical to consider. So just backing up a little bit to like the original ethos of crypto, right, was self-sovereignty, self-custody, no banks, no intermediaries, and here we are. When we say self-custody in regards to broker-dealers, it's not really self-custody. I mean, they're custodying someone else's assets. So it's not self-custody as it's traditionally understood. In which case, I would suggest that anyone who's going to be in charge of someone else's assets have, very strict safeguards and framework around how they can do that safely, because one of the not your keys, not your coins, that's the mantra of crypto OGs at least. One of the points of that is that you are in charge of what happens to your assets. And so at Exodus, one of the things I say is we couldn't steal your money if we wanted to, because it's all in your individual wallet, so we can't do that. But if in the case where someone is actually holding someone else's assets, that's really not self-custody. So even though what it would be instead is, are broker-dealers going to be allowed to to custody their customers' assets? And so it's not really self-custody. But in that case, as I said, when you're holding someone else's assets, you need to be extra super secure about it.
Well, do you think that we shouldn't have custodians? Everyone should hold their own assets, and that's the safest way. You don't need to rely on somebody else and rely on their security. Just do it yourself.
I don't think that's practical or reasonable to make that assumption, despite the fact that we are a self-custody wallet and we definitely espouse like the safety of holding your own assets. It's not practical to think about people from different generations or people who would prefer something that they consider more convenient, and some people would prefer the more traditional route of not having to memorize 12-word seed phrase, or that if they want to reset their password, they can do that. And some people are much more comfortable. That's just their comfort zone, is to have custody like in a bank situation. But I think the important thing to bear in mind here is optionality. What we really want to do is preserve the option for end users to be able to custody their own assets, and regardless of what kind of digital assets they are.
Jason, turning to you,